Bear and Raiven Brown, actors from Alaskan Bush People, announced last year that they were expecting their third child. After returning to Texas, Raiven is now pregnant and wants to be near a neonatal intensive care unit. Bear trailed behind. With the announcement of the third baby's gender, the family appears closer than ever before. The expected due date and gender of Raiven's third child are detailed here. Raiven Brown announces third child's gender. The third child of Raiven and Bear Brown, a boy, was announced on TikTok and Instagram by Raiven herself. This is the couple's fourth pregnancy and third child. River Brown will celebrate her fourth birthday in 2020. Cove, their third child, was born in January 2023 after Raiven's second pregnancy ended in miscarriage. In late 2024, news broke of the fourth pregnancy and third child. The expected delivery date is August 2024. Raiven is a high-risk pregnancy, thus the exact date is yet uncertain. Due to her early delivery, River had to spend some time in the neonatal intensive care unit. The boy was a healthy and contented surprise, nevertheless. Raiven was confined to bed for months during her pregnancy with Cove, and she and her newborn son had to spend time in the hospital after his birth. Everyone is crossing their fingers that this third child doesn't have any issues like the first two. Regarding the announcement of the gender, Raiven shared a video featuring a knitted orange sweater. Using what appeared to be River's hand, notecards were placed on the shirt sequentially. They decipher, "It's, a, and, boy." Afterwards, he positioned a blue Hot Wheels vehicle on top of the gender reveal placard. "Our family is whole, and we are overjoyed," Raiven added. "Everything I could have ever hoped for is here in this life. Incredibly excited to meet our new little bundle of joy. How will the pregnancy of Raiven Brown affect the Alaska Bush People?" Viewers of Alaska Bush People were eager to witness how Raiven Brown's pregnancy with Cove unfolded. But the show's final season had a few good moments, but that was about it. Raiven and Amy Brown shared a sweet moment when she revealed she was pregnant on the show. The show also featured the gender reveal. Unfortunately, Raiven and Bear broke up prior to the baby's birth. They are back together again. No information has been released regarding any productions for Alaska Bush People that have taken place over the past year by Discovery. From Noah Brown constructing his Alaskan cabin to Rain's gold mining exploits, there are countless tales to tell. Another story involves Bear and Raiven's pregnancy and the arrival of Cove. Are you interested in Alaska Bush People returning for a second season? Is it important to you that Bear and Raiven's family be a part of the show in the future? Leave a comment telling us what you think. A mother of two and adored lifestyle influencer, Raiven Brown has won over her fans once again with an imaginative and joyful gender reveal party. Raiven turned a plain statement into a captivating show that stunned her audience with her distinctive flair for the fantastical and surreal. Raiven used her social media accounts to drop hints about the event's setup, building excitement among her devoted audience. Every detail, from the vivid color scheme to the elaborate decorations, foreshadowed the magic that was to follow. Everything was getting ready for a once-in-a-lifetime celebration of the gender and the infinite joy and anticipation around the birth of her third child. A veritable rainbow of hues and surprises appeared in Raiven's lawn on the reveal day. The sky was covered in a rainbow canopy, which threw a kaleidoscope of colors over the celebration below. The atmosphere was electric with joy as guests arrived dressed in their most vibrant clothes. Raiven stood majestically in the middle of the circle, her ethereal gown glistening with each step. She spoke to the assembled onlookers while her husband and two small children waited impatiently for the big reveal, her radiant grin lighting up the entire yard. "Welcome, everyone, to our celebration of love and new beginnings," Raiven began, her voice resonating with delight. "Today, we embark on a journey filled with wonder and joy as we discover the gender of our precious third baby." As they eagerly anticipated the moment of disclosure, the crowd went into a frenzy of cheers and acclaim. With her anticipation evident in her sparkling eyes, Raiven inhaled deeply before silently nodding in accord with her husband. Raiven fetched a huge, elaborate chest from beneath the stage with a flourish. The surface was covered in brilliant stones and beautiful patterns. The audience went into awe as she lifted the top, exposing a shower of glittering confetti that twirled in the wind. As the confetti swirled about them, Raiven rummaged through the chest and extracted 2 delicately wrapped presents. She held one up for everyone to see as she playfully gave one to her husband. "Are you prepared to discover?" she inquired, her voice hardly held back by anticipation. In response, the audience went wild with cheers, their excitement building to a climax. Raiven and her husband swiftly unwrapped the gifts at the same time, exposing 2 shimmering spheres within. Raiven held her breath as she stared at the contents of her present, a moment that seemed to freeze time. She then proudly displayed it for everyone to see, her joy evident in her cry. Her voice resounded over the garden as she proclaimed, "It's a boy! We're having a baby boy!" Their jubilation echoed through the atmosphere like a symphony of joy as the audience went wild with yells and clapping. Raiven and her husband celebrated the newest addition to their growing family with a heartfelt embrace, their eyes beaming with tears of delight. The celebrations, however, were far from done. Raiven guided her guests to a nearby clearing, where a campfire burned brilliantly in the face of the approaching night, as the sun fell below the horizon. She revealed, beneath its ethereal glow, a regal feast, replete with an assortment of mouth-watering foods and drinks. Raiven and her guests continued to celebrate the night with laughter and dancing under the stars, their hearts overflowing with love and thanks. Being in the company of loved ones at that moment gave them the strength to face whatever the future brought, for they would be united in their love and delight. Raiven Brown's third pregnancy gender reveal turned into more than simply a joyous occasion when the bonfire's remains melted into the night sky and the stars came out brightly. It demonstrated the limitless potential that is within each of us, the strength of familial bonds, and the impact of love.